Hi, I'm Grizz, and I'll be playing Vanta Black.
Hey, I'm Jazzy, and I'll be playing Princess Charlotte, alias Bonnie.
Oh, hi, I'm Poisal. I'm playing the Decker Hatter. We're on top of it tonight, guys.
Hi there, I'm Stabbykinz. I'm playing Smashaw Ihaka, the Knoll Rigger.
Hi, I'm Vironz. I am going to be playing Stonewalker, your shaman, for the evening.
And I'm Overthinker, and I am loving this energy.
It's going swimmingly so far.
Truly.
Hey. A pun that will make sense to those of you who are here for the stinger of the last episode. We drop back in right where we left off. The Matrix host of Hatter's Contact, Depth Charge. The warmth of the island host gives you an unfamiliar comfort. Coolness of the waves soothes, and the swimming beasts below eye you carefully as you negotiate with Depth Charge, the tall, dark-skinned mermaid who has made you an unusual offer.
So, deeds of the job that you're willing to share right now.
Sure.
It's a package that
Indeed.
we're
A box.
acquiring from a ship
Yes.
that is going to be something.
All true. Yes.
I know we've worked together for a while, and you do know that I don't swim, right?
I do. I mean, I don't know. I suppose I've never really asked.
I mean, in the Matrix, yeah. No, I love it. I love it here. This is great, but like,
it's certainly my hope that you would be inside the submersible for parts of this.
I mean,
Yeah, no worries. Land Shark will keep you snug as a bug.
okay. And you were offering. What was sorry?
12,000
yes.
total outside of character.
12 each. Okay. Are you providing anything, any gear? Because this is a specialized job, and outside of we do have a diverse crew, and we do have a very specialized Wawahi who is well suited for this.
Oh, I'm quite special.
And
I
know, we
for the rest of us, but
You're a little
I have a lot
nervous.
of mix, and me and water don't mix. Despite how well me and you mix, me and water don't mix.
Like oil.
I can put you in contact with a provider of, well, probably a couple of providers, depending on if you want high end or some guy in the back of his truck. The merchandise, I don't know the details. No one has told me what is in the box, but I'm confident it's technical. Your expertise might be essential there, and there are parts of the ship that are hardwired. Getting access to them could give you information even when it's underwater.
And we have to go in underwater.
All right, taking a step back, I can see some reservation. Captain Lamprey is a member of the League who operates well outside the Caribbean. She is fearsome. She's also prefers to do things a certain way, sinking the ships to avoid, to cut their ability to call for reinforcements. That way, if there are crew on board who are armed and choose to fight, it's just them she has to deal with. If you were to steal the box before her attack, on the upside, true, you would not be underwater. On the downside, the crew would be on full alert, and if you were discovered, reinforcements would be on their way. And if there's a bunch of pirates fighting a bunch of other guys on the deck, you don't have to fight anyone. Or only the ones right in front of you.
What is your current plan of attack? What is the current plan of attack?
The plan for them, they will bring in probably a pair of Vitals, drop torpedoes, strike the ship. The captain and her crew will arrive shortly after, swim down to the wreck on the bottom, fight anyone they find there, take what they want, and leave.
Well, perfect. We're only gonna have a distraction.
Exactly.
Pardon, I know that I'm new, but why don't you just sink the ship with like limpet mines and then send a submersible to pick up the box then?
I can probably answer that actually. Well, see, with mines, can't exactly plan where they'll hit and how badly they'll end up cavitating the hull. So it's kind of the difference between putting a little hole in the flood compartment so that it sinks gracefully to the bottom and causing the whole thing to crush in on itself like a soda can.
Well, obviously, I mean, I'm not saying that you have, an underwater minefield. I'm saying that you use a limpet mine, the thing that causes a controlled demolition on a part of the ship that leaves a hole like what sunk the Titanic.
If you have access to limpet mines and wish to sink the ship and fight the crew.
No, you swim underwater, stick the mine on the side of the hull, and then it's
sure,
like
yeah. Do you have such a device?
I have friends in the Navy.
Okay.
So, yeah, I might be able to get one in a couple weeks.
Well, the ship will be here in 4 days.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. So you guys are now making a plan to sink the ship yourselves.
Honestly, I think we should probably stick to letting the Poradin experts handle the sinking of the ship. The trick of the trade and all.
Well, okay. Speaking of sinking the ship, what about damage to the cargo?
Our cargo will be very secure. I don't know exactly what Captain Lamprey is after. I know that her cargo is not our target.
Do we at least know what the target cargo looks like?
Yes. I can give you a description of the box and a serial number you'll find on the outside.
Ah, perfect. All right. This sounds like an easy Poradin job already.
So,
has Captain Lamprey explained or given you a time of when they plan to attack?
Right, that is also an important factor. Captain Lamprey does not know I am doing this.
So we won't have the support of Captain Lamprey and her crew, and they might be...
You will have the chaos to distract everyone.
Right, well, this sounds pretty clean all around.
A diversion, an infiltration, and a theft. That is what I am proposing.
I think...
Aside from the fact that you will be underwater.
I cannot stress enough, there's nothing clean about any of this. The rate the ship will sink, how many survivors, how successful the pirates will be at actually diverting them. how many pirates will be on the bottom that aren't aware that we're going to be there. So there's two groups of enemies that we have to worry about.
Shadow running.
No,
I'm not saying it's not.
So complicated. You have two competing gangs of
What
criminals.
I'm saying is, we want to prepare as much as we can. There's so many unknowns. What I'm telling you, Wawahi, it's not clean.
No, there's a lot of unknowns. It's.
I agree.
It doesn't have to be clean. If it's too clean is an issue as well. That's always questionable. This sounds chaotic, but not insurmountable.
I'm not saying it is. What I'm saying is, when anyone says it's clean one more time, I'm gonna have a problem.
No, I'm with
Mr. Vanta. I take you as a man who prefers to be in control of the situation.
I like knowing all the variables, and there's too many that I don't know. I can handle the unknowns, but I don't like this many unknowns.
The only way to reduce the amount of
Understandable.
unknowns is for us to get on there before they sink the ship.
Which they don't want. You don't want us to do. So
First, let
control
me
what
say
we
that
can.
if you wish to enjoy the benefits of the host, as I mentioned, there's a very nice series of hot tub pools in the next room that will feel better than the real thing. Feel free, talk it over. However, I will sweeten the pot.
Do tell.
Ironically, it is a sweetening only to the member who is most interested. Understand that your control rig was downgraded as part of your incarceration. I'd like to upgrade it for you.
Really now?
Recently, a rating 2 control rig, Mitsuhama Industrial Standard, was captured, and none of the people I know need it. I can have it in your neighborhood in a couple of days, and then it's just up to you to find a ripper.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're pretty good at buttering me up, I'll tell you what.
Well,
No disrespect to my good friend, but you are the one I need.
let's talk it out. Let's the five of us, we can have a little chat, figure out what we can do.
All right,
Yeah, we'll take advantage of the hot tubs.
enjoy. I will be elsewhere. And she lifts herself up and tosses herself into the water and disappears.
So majestic.
so.
Damn, I gotta learn me how to do that.
Vanta, how much more persuasion will you need in Nguyen? You know, a ballpark amount.
Really? You think I'm gonna
Yes.
be bought into doing this?
Isn't that why we do anything?
No, that's not what I mean. If I honestly think that this job isn't worth my life, then I won't do it. I didn't say I wasn't going to do it.
This sounds far too deadly.
I can
We can-
think of ways that we can make it less deadly.
Yes. That's my main concern, is that everyone understands that we're not going to be able to plan for everything, so to be on your toes. Don't take anything for granted. If it looks clear, assume it's not.
Oh,
Right.
it doesn't look clear at all. This is shady as hell. But
No, I meant the actual surroundings when we're underwater.
Just
I mean-
because like we're Shadowrunners doesn't mean we're stupid. We're gonna throw our lives away.
Absolutely. So am I willing to take this job? Yes, but we're going to be fucking smart about it.
I can
Alright,
clean I can
that.
clean the water if we're going down, but I would prefer for us to at least be able to get on board, and then I don't know, maybe be there when they sink it and try to save ourselves. Well, I can save whoever is on board.
how
think we
long? Excuse me.
No, you're fine. All I was going to say is I think the smartest course of action is we do strike at the bottom, but a sinking ship has a lot of slow-moving debris falling down around it. That's my main concern. Too many variables and too many things we're not going to be able to see, including moving pirates and people on the ship. So I was going to
Can
ask you, Stone, can you clear the debris around a clear entry point?
See, this
I
is what
can.
I think so. If I may, I think we the lamprey, this Captain Lamprey, is the biggest like cause of like chaos in this for me, because they're after something on the ship, and we can't guarantee that they're not gonna take it before we can. If they're sinking the ship for its cargo, that we will get it before they do. So the only way
She
to
did
guarantee
clarify that what you guys are after and what Lamprey is after are not the same thing.
but Lamprey's still a pirate, and
True.
it's still like crimes of opportunity happen. Just because it's not what they're after doesn't mean they're not going to take it.
Well, see,
Yeah,
this
Wawahi's the only one to pick
No.
it up.
So the only way to guarantee that is if we can infiltrate the ship before it sinks, get our hands on the package, and then use the attack as cover to exfiltrate.
The issue with that is she clearly stated that Wawahi is the only one of us that can clearly pick it up. So it's not going to be an average pirate picking that thing up. There's crimes of opportunity and then taking too long.
I can have
I'll amend
spirits
that
help.
to say that, yeah, a spirit or like two of you together.
Yeah, we could, like, recon the ship.
My spirits can get us in, they can clean, they can guard, they can grab. That's not our issue.
Yeah, and while the ship's above water, it's much easier for me to like keep us safe by taking control of their system, and we're very good at getting in unseen and getting out unseen.
Or
You
if
need-
it's a matter of, like, just controlling the situation in general, I would feel more confident if we were also in charge of, the demolition of the ship itself, if that was necessary.
We're not gonna have control over demolition of the ship.
yeah, not
Yeah,
quite.
I mean, I'm just saying that it is a very uncontrolled situation. We're being thrust into a very
That we're not going to
chaotic.
be able.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not going to have control over the situation, but we can have control over what our plan is for dealing with it.
But we do have
What if
control over
we-
one aspect of the situation, and that's when the ship is on the ocean floor.
Aye.
While we also have control over when we engage with it.
Yes.
What if we sunk the ship before Captain Lamprey made off with our
Oh no,
loot, and it would be a fait accompli.
I'm not a pirate. Are you a pirate? Do we have?
No,
pirate.
but
Do you have torpedoes?
Who
Do you
has
have
access
Jazzy?
to that kind of weaponry?
Yeah, I like this plan. I do have to ask real quick. Does anyone have a high logic and the demolition skill?
I have. Let's
I
see.
think I have super high logic.
I have one of those.
I don't have high logic, and I don't have skill in demolitions.
Cool. So you are a person who has never held explosives, talking about arming and planting a C4 explosive.
Yes.
Could work, could reduce you to mist.
Right.
Okay.
So
Shark
here's
infested.
here's what I'm gonna go ahead and say. Haven't had experience with these sorts of ops, right? Frankly, I want to leave a lot of the mess in guesswork with the folks who already planned this ahead of time, right? That takes a lot of the burden off of our shoulders. Secondly, frankly, as much as I feel just as eager to get on board and steal that loot and get our big old fat payday, there's an issue of dealing with whoever's on board. We don't know the numbers of who's on board, and if shit goes tits up, as much as I trust all of you as professionals, right? Thinking about this logically, not all of us are going to be on board. And I'm going to be limited in how many drones I can even carry onto this ship in the first place, which means that we're going to be pretty outgunned if shit really goes tits up. So, frankly, I'd prefer to be able to use the distraction that they're kindly and generously providing in order to help us get the hell out.
All right. Well, so instead of debating of whether we're going to go on while it's before it's sunk or when it is at the bottom of the ocean floor, let's just take a quick vote on that. Because I'm going to take ocean floor then if Vanta made the most compelling argument about it.
So I don't think the unknowns of the ship and its crew are like a big issue to overcome. While it's above water, it's a lot easier for me to hack, to get eyes on, to get the number of people on board, to get a layout, to get us cameras, to get us doors open, doors closed, whatever. Once it goes underwater, I cannot touch it in the Matrix unless I'm actually plugged into it. Water, way too much noise.
Yeah.
Point of order, how big is the ship? Because we've never actually discussed that.
We haven't gotten that information. Is kind of
I have exact dimensions, something in the range of 300 feet, 900. It's big.
Yeah, we're not getting on that boat.
Is it like a cargo ship?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. Like I said, let's just take the vote of whether we're going to be on the ocean floor or up top. Now, we need this vote now.
I understand, but I'm going to say, I understand what you're saying about being able to hack in and get eyes on, but if there's only the 5 of us, with the active threat of someone trying to torpedo the boat while we're on it with a full crew, actively on high alert for people trying to steal their shit, I am not going to do that. I'm not taking that risk. It's not that I don't trust you hacking the ship or getting eyes on. There's too many unknowns. But we can plan for a point of entry on the bottom of the ocean. At this point, we're going to enter through here. We'll have the layout and work from that point.
So it sounds like if I'm compiling all the plans real quick, it sounds like the plan is to approach, observe the ship as it makes its way, gain access to its cameras so you can assess the threat, let it be sunk, board it at the bottom, take what you want, and go.
Sounds about right.
Cool.
So
Do we need to make a decision now? If we have 4 days before it arrives, can't we ask depth charge if we can make this decision after we've reconned the ship?
You'd be reconning it in the minutes. Yeah, you'd be reconning it in the minutes before the torpedoes went in, but that's definitely possible. Or theoretically, I guess you could do sooner.
We could do sooner because there's astral projection and the noise of the Matrix, which can be fought through, but it's still difficult.
There'll be a little bit of noise. I'll just need to pick up a sat uplink, and that's not hard. And then we'll just have to find it. If I have a name, I can find a location, and it'll be dealing with latency. But that's
a plan now loosely formed. You guys get out of the hot tubs, which were fantastic. It's a shame your actual physical bodies can't feel this because it's a rejuvenating sense for those of you who are in like full sim. That's just delightful. Charlotte, you've had better.
Such a creepy.
And unfortunately, Stonewalker, you're just watching.
Very strange, very odd. All right.
Cool.
As a group, are we okay with taking this drop?
Well, I think that it would be best for more time to make a decision. We either say yes or no, and then once we say yes or no, then we decide how we do it. For us,
and we get more information. Because there are facts like she said.
Well, did we settle on a price? I blinked out there for a second.
12 is the current price. And I'll put you in contact with the guy who sells the gear.
Did we get an upfront as well or not? That's what I don't remember.
Okay. Not at present.
All right, 12 plus a nice shiny bit of used chrome for Wawahi.
Indeed.
And a name for some gear, and a stipend for our upfront costs. I can put you some upfront.
Can we get a bit of a stipend for that? Because we are well, going down to the bottom of the ocean, possibly maybe having to fight people, and
You
also
need to
get
buy some
cargo.
special gear.
Aye.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Does 3 up front sound fair?
4. I will
I'm
roll
still
negotiation for
unsure.
that,
I
actually.
think maybe 4 up front and 1,500.
8's on the back.
8 on the back?
Yes. The
We'd
total is
get
12.
8. We'd get 8 after the run. 4 right now to get the gear.
Oh, I understand. It's just that this is an unusual job and there's still much that we don't know. I would be more confident if we had maybe something closer to 1,400 at the end of it all.
1,000.
I'm
It's in
sure that-
thousands.
14,000, excuse me.
Yes, I'm sure that you... I would be more comfortable if I had a team of UCAS Marines to do this for me. I would be
Yeah,
much
but you
more
can't-
comfortable if it was, a Tyr Tarangier personal guard to the prince diving down into the water to pull up stuff for me.
But, we're what you have, and this...
And
This
I've dug
job
into my
is-
personal pockets to pay you.
I'm
we should
confident that
we should be
can do
grateful
this.
that we should be grateful that we at least got from 10 to 12 and not more. You're fine.
Oh, very well.
By the way, in case this
Yes.
helps Hatsi, my land shark is equipped with an uplink. Hopefully they'll help out with some of the noise underwater.
I mean, if yes and no. We'll figure out the logistics.
All right, no worries.
Let's
Alright.
actually move from there and proceed to do that. The next few days are going to be a series of dumb, shady deals, some going into a buy mart and picking up what you need. And after probably 2 or 3, you have to get in the land shark and head down the coast. Preparatory stuff.
All right.
Let's talk gear.
Yep. I have in my prep time. So I have a dock for. I don't know if Wawahi has access to a Ripper dock, but I have a Ripper dock that we can go
Ooh.
both. Dock hands. Very professional. Just don't ask him a lot of questions. He won't like you. He's a legit doc. But he doesn't ask questions. As long as you don't ask questions.
It's perfectly A-okay with me.
So we can get the new control rig put into Wawahi, and I am gonna splurge to put a internal air tank on one of my lungs, and I'm going to get my antenna in my ear upgraded to rating 3. So that's
Right
just
on.
that for cyberware, and then buy the armored. I'm definitely picking up an armored diving suit, and
Yeah, there.
and a sat link. And I'm gonna try to spend a day taking a class to train on it to pick up the basics of diving and spend some karma on that.
Right on. Hatter's going full bore. The armored wetsuit is $2,750. Harpoon gun with a magazine is $800.
Not I
The
don't need
basic
the
wetsuit is $2,000, and the one-shot harpoon gun is $200. It's one shot in that you can take extra harpoons, and you have to load it every turn. Otherwise, you can do like a burst fire with harpoons, should you so wish. Who's next? Grizz. How much are you purchasing for this run?
Oh, we got 4 up front too. Cool.
You get 4 up front. Yeah. So you can afford the good gear if you want it, or you can take the cheaper stuff.
Yeah, he'll get the good gear. This is not his area of expertise. He's a very dry land man who doesn't know how to swim. So, see what happens.
Cool. That's going to come to 35.50 out of your 4.
Yep.
Jazzy, how much is Charlotte getting?
So, before I decide, I don't have anything specifically in diving, but I do have gymnastics 10. Could I translate that into, like, diving or underwater athletics?
If it comes to squeezing through a tight space, yeah.
Okay. In
general, swimming is going to just be movement.
Okay. But like physical combat underwater,
It's still physical combat.
Okay. So I'm going to buy an armored wetsuit because my experience is more with, sniping and sharpshooting. I will buy a single-use harpoon gun and ammunition for reloads.
All right,
And
29.50 right now.
yes, 29.50, and like I have a knife that I can use for hand-to-hand combat, so I'll keep
I
that.
was under the impression you had a sword.
Yeah, but should I carry a sword in a wetsuit? You know
Do
what?
you
That
wanna
is a
be
very
awesome?
Charlotte thing to do. I will carry a sword. We will be real pirates. I'm carrying my saber with me.
Excellent.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Cool. Stonewalker.
Gonna buy the basic wetsuit
Okay.
because I have things that'll help me past that point.
And a harpoon gun?
Does Vanta want a harpoon gun? Because I will buy the Vanta harpoon gun if they want.
Not my own.
No,
He bought one of the nice
Yeah.
ones.
you're
Got a
probably okay.
harpoon gun with a magazine.
Mhm.
Then no, because I have magic and spirits.
Cool. And finally, Wawahi.
Saving the best for last. I like it. Okay, so I definitely want to get an armored wetsuit. That just sounds useful, hands down. So I'm gonna pick one of those up. In the meantime, am I able to slap a harpoon gun on one of my drones?
Yes. I'm just going to say yes.
Excellent. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and hunt down and buy one of the nice ones and get that slapped on. Actually, quick clarification. Is
Can
the
your drones
entire...
function underwater?
Well, I'm assuming probably no, given that one of them is for ground, the other one is for air. Is the interior going to be completely submerged when we board?
The interior of the sunken ship, yes. The interior of your craft, hopefully not. We discussed you having a moon pool, so it should be pressurized.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, shit, then I can't bring my drones at all. That's a problem. You know what? Nix on the harpoon gun, because I won't be able to use it, so that's fine. If I come across people, I'll just bite them and pop their suit. They'll probably do
Fair
it.
enough. All right. Charlotte, go ahead and give me a negotiation test. As we flash through a couple of scenes, the warehouse back room of a cyberdoc clinic and this just austere gentleman who does not look you in the eye, performing cyber surgery on Wawahi's brain and Hatter's chest. Rubber gloves, absolutely, right here. And then the next day, down at the docks, you're all like, does this one fit? Does this one fit? Does this one fit? Hey, look at my hyena head in this round globe that's going to keep it safe. Fur is all over the place.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, sorry, real quick. Poisal, what all did you buy in terms of implants for Wawahi?
I didn't buy anything for you. I bought things for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I just have a Ripper dock for you.
oh, okay.
I got myself implants. I upgraded my antenna on my ear to cut down my own noise.
Oh, okay, that's where I got mixed up. Okay.
And I put a air tank on my lungs so that if shit goes sideways, I can breathe for 2 hours without any other support.
Sweet.
How early are we getting to the site? Do we have the name of the ship? Did we pull up schematics for it?
Well, that's a good question. Once I have the name of the ship, I'm gonna do a deep dive and try to
Yeah.
hack it in the day. Well, probably while I'm in recovery, I'll just drop into full VR and ignore
The name of the ship is Aiden's Hope. And go ahead and give me a matrix search.
It's been real.
Okay, and I'll go do this in Hot Sim. So give me 200 dice. Scroll up. Oh, my thing reset. I forgot. So redo this. That is 5 hits.
Okay, 5 hits. Excuse me. The Aiden's Hope is a 984 foot, making it on the smaller side, cargo ship. It's been in service for about 6 years to the Maxwell family shipping. The Maxwell family has been running their shipping company. It's an A-rated shipping company that moves mostly on the West Coast, some East Coast routes, one that goes over into like Alaska to Russia. This particular ship, 5 hits, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What specifically are you looking for?
I was trying to, get the history and kind of like who owns the ship and who might be maybe that company if they are a subsidiary of anybody. Just get that history. But I was also just trying to get like the name and like IP/host for the ship so that I can even find it, so that I can do a long distance like hack to get some eyes on its system and do just be a fly on a wall and get their layout, get approximate numbers, get patterns, and
For sure.
like, over a day build up a little dossier on it.
With 5 hits, you're able to pull up basically a model number and then schematics for ships of that model.
Okay.
It might be a little bit different. You're not sure how the manufacturing of these things works, but in general, you're looking at 2 major cargo bays, fore and aft. Behind them, the bridge rising in a sort of tower. The cargo bays are usually loaded with containers. There's ladders down on either side. Crew space is kind of wherever it fits. Some in the bow, some in the back. Uses a big engine, but not by the standards of these vehicles.
Mhm.
We'll say dual propeller. I don't know
Okay.
if that's right, but I'm saying it. Overall, average crew complement, probably that I can actually Google. Probably 25 to 30 total. More if there's a designated security team.
Okay.
How many did you just say?
25 to 30.
25 to 30 crew.
For some
And,
reason, I just heard 1,000 on the end of that, and I just freaked out for a second.
an
30,000 crew.
Unknown number of security. Okay. Am I also able to find a like an onboard, like is onboard host? Am I able to via sat link try to connect to it? I know
Potentially.
I'll
I'm trying to think how this would work in world.
I know it will. So sat links reduce the noise from distance
Based on distance, yeah.
to a maximum of -5. So
Right.
if it's closer than that, I'll have the lesser negative.
If you're still doing this from Seattle, then the noise is 5 to start. Yeah, go ahead and give me a matrix perception test.
Okay. This is including the noise now.
Mm-hmm.
2 hits to find it.
You're looking through a lot of information, and you're confident that there is some sort of sorting system and method by which the names and routes of ships, or possibly the numbers, or possibly the 4th digit of each ship's number. It's weird. It looks like somebody developed a sorting system in like 1945, and people have just been steadily adding pieces to it ever since, and no one has gone back and like codified things in a way that makes sense to your modern brain.
Yeah. Okay. I might
When
not
you're
be-
within 100 meters of it, it'll be a lot easier to find.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you provide me with a location?
Well, did depth charge give us the route that it was taking?
The route is up the coast. Part of what she was talking about is that this ship is kind of off book. That's why it's hittable.
Yeah, but
So
we generally have an idea of where it came from, where it's going, and when it'll arrive.
yeah, you could certainly search for it in Astral. If it's behind or ahead schedule.
Yeah.
Would Hatter be able to give me a rough area? That way I don't
Well, I can calculate that if it's coming from
Sure, rough area, done.
from X and it's getting to Y and X amount of time has passed, then yeah, it is. It should be within this like 100 square miles probably on this day.
Cool. Actually, yeah, if you want to give me a logic plus anything that would help you with math check.
If you can narrow that
have-
search down.
I have mathematics as a skill, and I have logic.
Sweet.
And I have a math coprocessor in my head, which gives me extra dice on that.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you're able to get that 100-mile radius
That
way
is-
down.
That is 13 dice, and that is 4 hits for my math test.
Cool. Yeah, you've got. You've got a searchable area. It's hard
Can
to
it get
say.
down to, like 30 square miles, 20 square miles.
Cool. There's also a problem of, even if you had it's right here,
Mhm.
a matrix marker doesn't do you any good in Astral.
Well,
So
I can,
you're,
I
like-
can show Stonewalker on a map that it's going to be within like this circle. These are the physical markers in this area. Here is a Google Earth look at this area.
Yeah.
So,
And then you've got to go in astral and be like, is that the mountain that they meant? Is that the mountain that they meant?
Here's
Are these the
schematics,
trees, etc.?
Here's what the ship is generally going to look like. Here's the last picture of it I can find online.
Yeah.
This is the size of it. This is the general schematics of it. So
let's do this with a roll. Let's get a matrix or a magic plus perception in this case for your searching this out.
Why is my perception? That's a good question. Okay, so you're saying magic plus perception there? Okay. All right. And astral is at the speed of thought, essentially. So,
yeah.
But if I'm looking for something specific, it is a little bit slower.
Let's do this. Double your perception dice, because you're getting the help action up to 4. Because you're getting the help action from this map.
That's okay. My up to 4 extra dice is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes. Limited by your skill.
Yeah. 4 hits in total.
Cool. You cruise over the ocean for a couple hours. It's kind of pretty. The glowing light of all the life on the shore is really neat and a little distracting. I think you come across a couple of ships. One, you're like, well, that one just seems way too small. And another, like, there's way more people on that. Might not even be a cargo ship. Until you find one that looks about the right size and is headed in the right direction. How recon would you like to be?
I am looking for the amount of people on board at the moment. Nothing else, because if I do anything else, there's a chance there could be an awakened person on there.
Or a spirit patrolling, yeah. Okay, you can observe from above for a while. Or you can try to enter the ship and...
I'll observe from above for about 4 more hours. I have a 12-hour limit, otherwise I'll die, so that'd be a total of about 6 hours in total that I'll have done.
That is true. Yep, okay. For using your 4 hits, you are able to pick up astral signatures of maybe a dozen, up to 18 persons.
18 awakened?
18 people, period.
Okay.
No,
okay.
Unless you get closer and sense them, you won't know if they're awakened. You do see... Yeah, you do see a spirit patrolling the perimeter.
Obvious watcher spirit or something?
Watcher, yeah.
Okay. I'll kind of go back to my body as quick as I can, because time is a sensitive matter here, and I'll just give that information. It's you said 18 people, and there's a watcher.
There might have been more below decks, but yeah.
Yeah,
you saw 18
people. And I would have tried to keep track of their patrol pattern as well.
Most of them appeared to be... Yeah, in a couple of hours, you saw a shift rotation. Some guys came out of the 4 hours. Yeah, you saw a shift rotation. Some guys came out of the tower, went forward, went below decks. Some guys came up from below decks, went back to the tower. A couple guys just sort of hung out the whole time. Possibly security.
Okay.
Oh, I have a way where I can get more info on the ship. Figure out exactly where it is. Because I know somebody that knows exactly where it is. I just need to find the host of Maxwell Family Shipping.
That is a viable option. You want to take a shot at it?
I mean, we got a couple days. Yeah, I'll try to. That's
Okay.
a lot easier because that I don't have to worry about noise and.
At this
all that.
point, we're going to say that you guys are headed south towards the rendezvous.
I will. Sorry. Just before. I'm so sorry, Overthinker. I will spend one of my services from my Earth Spirit on the vehicle to make us go quick for movement.
Good thought. No.
Okay.
Partially because vehicles are intensely complicated objects and doing magic to them is really hard, and also because movement is game breaking and I did ban it.
Okay. I will nix that from my brain.
When you've seen a street samurai exceed the average speed of the Flash from DC, it's a broken ass power.
I forgot. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, you guys head south. Before we get into that hacking, Vanta, Charlotte, Wawahi, is there any further prep that you guys are going to do? Or are you just hanging out on top of this van, watching the water go by?
Vanta's sleeping.
Legit, you got a very comfortable bed.
Yeah. Well, he has no. How do I put this? Nothing he's good at is really gonna come up here. So he's just sleeping and getting prepared for anything.
Cool.
I will pass the schematics to you when I have them, Vanta, so that you can study them and figure out what route you would like to take once we're in.
Okay.
For Wawahi's part, he's probably just kind of chilling out and eating more of Kara's cooking, just to kind of carb load and stress eat at the same time.
For sure.
Yeah,
This
just spending
place-
some quality time.
The smells are strong within the land shark.
It's good eating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think that there's much useful that Charlotte can do. So she is in like a Discord chat or whatever the Shadowrun equivalent would be. Obviously camera off with her partisans just sort of, playing the role of princess / influencer.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, a conversation Vanta would have with Stone, because you actually got eyes on the thing. So this is like traditional old-fashioned cargo ship with like the multiple big long bay containers. Is that what we're looking at?
There are two big square holes in the deck, and that's where they put containers in and then stack them up above it.
Like big, like we're talking like Port of Los Angeles length containers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as we're going down, he's going to stress, like, if that is the case, and that's the kind of cargo ship that it is, the amount of debris that is going to be falling is going to be even greater. And if those things fall off the sides as well and don't stay chained, it's going to get a lot more dangerous. So another thing to keep in mind.
Stag will guide us and help us. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I shall keep a weather eye, sir.
He said he'll keep an eye.
Oh, it talks. Huh,
It
right.
always talk. You can't hear it though.
Don't call it a nit. Trust me, you don't call them it.
Fair. You learn something new every day.
All right. Now to hit Matrix Host.
All right. So it is you said it's an A-rated company, so it does have a public matrix. Or it should have a public host. that I can
Indeed.
find.
It has a public host.
So I'm just wanna first slip in, look around what the public host looks like, and just be like, and then find where their like admin room is in their host, and try to slide in and hack on the fly, get in there, sift through the files, find the tracking number of their ships,
Cool.
find the tracking number for Aiden Hope, and then be able to run with that. So,
Cool.
how do you want me to go about this?
You would qualify the host as not super inspired. It's an unusually nice office considering that it's like right next to a dock with ships going by.
Mhm.
But it is basically an office space with like, professional meeting rooms and stuff. We took the business standard and threw on a new background that represents our business.
And I will be doing this running silent, so I will take the penalty
sure.
there, but I'm also running in hot sim, so those will counteract each other.
Cool. Yeah, you can enter the public part of the host pretty easily. Get back to admin. Go ahead and give me a hack on the fly to try and gain a mark and pop the lock.
All right, that is 7.
7 hits. The host will roll against you. It got 2.
Cool.
The lock pops free.
And I will just slide right in, just like a little bit of shadow, just like slides through the keyhole into the office, and then I will start browsing through the filing cabinet and see.
Filing cabinets are also locked. You will need a second mark to gain access to that information.
All right, let's do that again. 7 more hits.
Slightly tougher, but still no match for you.
All right. And because I have to ask, are any of these files, while I'm looking for the one that I want, are any of them locked?
It's worse than that. The file you want is locked.
Oh, that's not worse, but
none of the others are.
Okay. Then I will try to crack that one.
Cool.
Pull it out, give it a look over, and let's crack this baby. That is 4. Do I want to?
If you want to edge, say so now.
Yeah, I'll re-roll my failures there. Ugh. Yeah.
Same results. 4. Okay. As you pull the file up, you feel a tug and notice that it's tied to the bottom, which is tied to a bell.
All right.
You hear someone approaching the door. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna close it and I'm gonna hide. Because I haven't been seen yet, so I'm just gonna do that and wait for the ice to reset and try again.
All right, roll to hide.
Because I forgot to write that one down. Plus do and plus data anomaly because I'm running silent, so that is that. 5 hits.
All right, you see a security guard hover in, his eyes shining light around. He checks the room, and since you've Looney Tuned yourself into the drawer, he doesn't find you.
Then I will wait a cycle, just like give it like a couple seconds, wait for the ice to reset itself, get out of the room, and then I will try to crack
one more shot.
And yes, all right.
This is your 4th illegal actions. Your God score is starting to get up there.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. All right. I will. I'm gonna drop out of running silent here, just to try to cut and run, take it, and then get out before they see me. So.
Okay.
I will edge. That's right.
Okay.
4 hits.
Cool. I did roll 0.
Cool. So I pop it open.
All right.
And I will just download it, and then I will log out with my information.
Cool. Yeah, you grab a copy. The security runs in. You see a second security guard enter with like a pipe. Looks like a dock worker. He comes over and raises it, and then you disappear. A drop off line.
Cool.
What you have here is an incident report. Attached are several files for insurance claims and maybe a dozen payout forms for employees and employees' families. All of them are blank.
Like ready, like insurance
Like they've
claims?
been, like, you know what kind of files they are because you're good, but they've been erased.
Array on what kind of files? Like, sorry, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it.
For sure.
They are files about the employees, files about like insurance claims that have been filed against the ship, or
It looks like this file was created sometime in the last couple of weeks. A bunch of stuff was put in it, and then someone scrubbed as much information as they could, but didn't have the technical know-how to delete the whole file.
Okay. Can I try to undo their work to see what is left in the cracks?
You can. Go ahead and make an edit file action,
Okay.
and then work or no, we'll be going to the break and coming back to the ship.
Sounds good. Logic. Okay. 7 hits.
7 hits. This is both. You're good at doing this on the Matrix because it's not unsimilar to what you do, like
With physical things.
with physical things. Yeah, document alteration. You go through, you find scraps of data, find lines that weren't deleted properly. You feel like, okay, well, what's this, and where did it go, and what's this, and where did it go?
So amateur.
The things you're sure of are as follows. 2 of those claims for family-related stuff were basically payouts to a family member who lost their family member who was an employee. The insurance claim was for the loss of a ship.
Wait, was this on the Aiden's Hope got lost before and has been replaced?
These files claim that the Aiden's Hope, first of all, that it wasn't called the Aiden's Hope in that case,
Okay.
but that the ship that you are looking for, they lost.
Okay. How long ago?
A week or less. This is consistent with your. This is a ghost ship.
When it left? Yeah. Okay. And final question, I guess. Did I get the GPS sat tags to be able to find it? Do they have that information on the ship? Like essentially the ship's VIN number and all that?
They have some numbers on it. It looks like the tracking data was their main target. Whoever wants this ship to get from point A to point B wants it to be hard to find while it's doing so.
Okay. So something shady is going on. Okay. I will compile that into a document to share with the others. So I have this information for you all.
Yay.
Keep going. Keep going.
If I actually did, if they, I mean, did this happen before I astrally projected or before?
No, this would have been a revelation.
This is like you guys are in the water, approaching the point when this hack finishes up.
Yeah, because we had to go a couple 100 miles south from Seattle to where this point is going to be.
Okay.
Because this is because Seattle is essentially Washington State, and we're going down to essentially the border of Oregon and California.
Yeah.
So we're going from where it leads into that beautiful river area. If anybody's actually done the drive there, it is actually beautiful. Anyway,
well, we're not. Yeah. Wait.
Political wise, fun fact. So Seattle is part of the UCAS.
Yes.
It's surrounded by the Salashid Council land, and you guys are going to the border of that and Tir-Tarangir, which is basically Oregon / all elves.
Okay, we're not. We're the north border of Tyr, not the south border of Tyr.
Correct. We're north border of Tyr and south corner of Salish.
Okay.
Still a trip, not as bad.
We're all just gonna drive off a cliff into the water.
Yeah, it's all fine.
To be sure, Canada or the Canadian part of UCAS is not still a Crown Dominion, is it?
No,
it's all
down.
UCAS is split. It's Seattle and
a little bit of Denver, and then most of the Northeast.
Yeah.
Well, there's no way that Quebec would remain.
You have no power here. I promise you.
Yeah, England has no power here.
Sorry.
It's United Canadian American States.
Yes.
Sad.
No, we're
We'll
essentially
another way on that
like
thing.
the outlet of the what river is that? The Columbia River. Yeah.
All right, we're jumping in. It's quiet within the land shark as you make your way towards the end of the aquatic border that edges the Salashid and the Tir-Tarangir. The blood-red sun casts its color across everything, and even at your depth, the red spreads across all within the submarine, painting all it touches, and drawing those thoughts of danger to the front of your minds. Depth charge said the target boat was coming up from the south, and you've confirmed to an extent. Your limited radar confirms the approach of the cargo ship. 366 meters approach, Aiden's Hope painted across it.
All right, crew, let's look lively and fresh. Our prey's coming into view.
Right.
By now, I've summoned my water spirit.
Wait a minute. I need to clarify something.
Yes.
So, so it's how many meters away?
A little over 400.
It's
or around 400.
It's 400 meters away, so we can see it from the coast.
You're not on the coast anymore. You guys are in the water.
Yeah, so we wouldn't see this thing, right? How deep are we?
Well, it's showing up on
That's a good question. Wawahi, how deep are you guys?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like, if it's 400 meters out, how deep are we?
I was actually wondering if you were going to tell us how deep we are in the water.
I was thinking you could be surface depth at this range and then dive.
Okay, sorry.
Especially
I wasn't
if
trying
you
to
want to try and hack it. No, you're right. It's a legitimate question.
How the fuck are we seeing the ship approach if we're underwater? What's happening right now?
All the water is so clear. It's wild.
I do have some score on this thing.
I am going to cast Mind Net now. So I'm assuming the noise for our Matrix gear is going to be a little overbearing.
Well, I'm gonna, once we are underwater, our matrix here, we're not gonna be able to talk with each other. Before we go underwater, before we go too deep, I'm gonna try to get control of the hack the ship to get us camera views and give us kind of a live feed of the chaos and what's going on there.
Okay. We're gonna do this quick. Go ahead and give me a hack on the fly roll.
All right. Yeah. And I will still be in hot sim, but still running silent. So 10. It's
hot damn.
How many of us are going to be going to the ship?
That's a great question.
Well, I know that Wawahi has to go because he was told to. No, he literally has to.
You don't have to. It's
you
an
don't
option.
have to board the ship.
It's an option.
We're going to figure that out as we go, because right now, the land shark gives you an alert. Something in the water is moving very fast in a straight line, which registers to your sensors as possible torpedoes.
Towards us?
All right, crew. Brace yourselves.
But it's detecting potential. Your hack succeeds. You get eyes on the ship and note a significant number of crew personnel scanning through. Probably about 25. And looks like maybe 8 to 10 additional personnel.
Okay. Where are they situating themselves? In like what part of the ship?
You don't have a view of everything, but what you can see, there's maybe 4 below decks. Some guarding the bridge, others patrolling the sides.
Okay. I'll relay that to others. We have 8 security on board, as well as the 25 crew.
Hatter.
And yes.
Hatter. That's current information. We're going to see much less people about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm letting you know what I'm seeing, keeping you updated.
Thank you.
So after that information is relayed, and while he gives the warning to everyone, he's going to start emergency diving.
Okay. Okay. Hold on.
Okay, you begin to dive.
Who all is going so I know what force I can cast my mind net at?
So while he's going, I'm going, as the muscle.
Everybody but Hatter then. Is that what we're saying?
I have to go because
everybody is going. Okay.
I can't deal with the electronic security on the ship unless I'm in there once it's underwater.
Besides, if one of you isn't connected and gets separated, how are you going to find him again?
That's what
here's
for.
With the spell cast and your mind's now linked, you can almost hear it. Wawahi, you can absolutely hear it. Your senses are tuned for underwater stuff. The rest of you feel a slight shudder. And as the weather darkens and the sun begins to set, the Aiden's Hope, or whatever its real name is, tilts to one side and begins to slip below the waves. You guys approach. You watch this ship, almost 1,000 feet, go nose first towards the bottom. Do you wait for it to make contact before approaching, or do you head in right away?
Let's go ahead and wait for it to touch down first, just to be on the safe side.
All right. You observe from a distance, the ship tilts, rotating onto its port a little bit. You see containers slide off the top of it and hit the sea floor as it comes crashing down into it's in a little dip. There's stone rising on either side of it so that the ship continues to be pitched forward. There's also a massive cloud of dust now surrounding it. Go ahead and give me a pilot watercraft check to make that approach.
All right, will do. Right. 14 plus 1 from my rig. This would be 15 so far. Am I rolling anything extra from hot simming?
2 extra dice.
Plus 2, yeah.
Plus 2 extra dice. Okay, so that'll bring me up to a total of 16 for the dice pool. Let's go ahead and roll them bones. Three hits.
Cool. Because you're fully jacked in with a superior control rig, that's one thing that you've noticed immediately. Your level of connection to the land shark has risen dramatically. You're getting more information. You're able to filter it better. You have a more control. In some ways, you have more control over the land shark than you do yourself. Meat space is starting to look less appealing.
As
you descend through the. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
You descend through the water and then into a cloud that begins to settle of seafloor, a muck. You maneuver up. The side of the ship comes into view. Are you going onto the deck or below?
Let's go below, just so that we have a clear shot of their cargo hold.
Cool. On the side that was torpedoed, which is further from the shore, or the side closer to the shore?
I think closer to the shore in this case.
All right. You pull into the ravine. Rocks and chunks of coral reveal before you as you approach.
Before we do anything else, Wawahi, can you run a scan on our surroundings before we get any closer?
Yeah, sure, can do. All right, so that is going to be what roll am I making? Perception. Okay, and does my sensor array rating 4 help with any of that?
Yes, in that it provides you different ways to see things.
Okay, but it doesn't augment my roll.
Your roll is still intuition plus perception plus your control rig.
Plus my control rig. Okay, so we're getting up to a total of 6.
Plus your hot sim bonus.
Okay, so that'll be 8. Excellent. Was just about to ask that. Let's see here. Okay. 8. 2 hits.
Okay. Difficulty reduced again. You look around and you can see, the ship has hit and mostly settled. The middle is unsuspended, and you think that given time and wear, it'll eventually break in half. But you've got probably years before that happens. You don't immediately see... No, yeah, I think you do see a lot of people, but they're going up. It looks like a lot of the crew have activated flotation devices.
Okay, so they're all abandoning ship, pretty much, by the looks of it.
A lot of them, yeah.
A lot of them, okay.
You don't have a solid head count, so you don't know if it's all.
Right, crew, looks like this is as safe as it's gonna get right now. I'm gonna bring us in, get prepped for us to board.
Wawahi, do you see anyone coming down?
Not that I can see so far. Most of them are going up.
Okay.
All right. As you guys are getting ready to disembark, I think the last thing you see before you disconnect from the land shark up on the surface is gunfire.
As we get ready to disembark over the mine net, you guys do hear like some thoughts from Hatter, who's nervous, but it doesn't sound like nervous thoughts. It is these words, which is, The year 1866 was signalized by a remarkable incident, a mysterious and inexplicable phenomena which doubtless no one has yet forgotten. Which, for those
Wonderful,
of you
Hatter. Thank you.
who aren't literature nerds, that's the opening line to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh,
Legit.
What book is that from? I have no idea.
I think I had that one on a treat once.
It's a
not
classic.
the same if it's not in the original French.
So posh. So posh.
Okay.
Well,
right.
princess, let's go land a giant freaking whale. Just call me Ishmael. Let's get out there.
You guys drop into the water. And to one side of you, about 10 feet away, is a giant wall of metal. I assume you begin to ascend towards the deck.
Yeah.
All right.
Doing it quietly and trying to be sneaky about it. In
Yeah.
case
Would you
that
guys
is
like
that.
to sneak?
It's nighttime, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
It's
it is
getting
nighttime.
towards night.
but there could still
So-
be security down here.
Everybody's.
Mm.
Do we need to sneak? I mean, everybody's sort of
Yes.
distracted by the torpedoes and the gunfire.
Always be stealthy if you can.
Okay. I don't want to risk, like, failing the roll.
And that.
Okay, if you're gonna roll stealth, roll agility plus stealth.
Well, no, my question was going to ask, do these diving suits have lights on them or anything?
Yes, but you can turn them off.
I would turn mine off.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not going to be particularly stealthy just because I can't. But I will have my light off and I will trust the spirits and my people to guide me.
I will trust my electronic enhancements of my body to guide me.
All right.
Sneaky,
Duality of man.
Yep. 2 hits on sneaky. Sneak. Yes.
Cool.
I don't have
Vanta-
anything in stealth specifically, but
Agility -2.
okay.
-1. Defaulting is -1. I was
Okay.
looking that up the other day.
Oh,
Vanta what?
-1?
Vanta isn't actually going to. Well, he's not sneaking away from them. He's actually going to swim farther directly upwards. And he's going to keep his eye on the surface as they're heading into the ship.
All right.
And,
Cool.
and he's going to arm his harpoon gun.
Playing lookout.
I guess.
I don't. Nothing I do is going to help us in the sunken ship. So he's going to keep his eye on the thing he can control. Yeah.
I guess telepathically, which I guess the rest of the group would hear it, specifically to Stag. Stag, can you guard Vanta for me, please?
If he is important to you, he is important to me.
Thank you.
All right. Are those all the stealth rolls?
I don't want to look.
I'm not stealthing. I can't stealth. I have
Yeah,
2
nah.
dice. I'd rather
Okay.
just say I don't stealth.
Cool. So, Vanta and Stonewalker, you just sort of swim over as the others, like, peek. There are still people on the deck.
I also rolled.
Yes, I
Stealth.
see that.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is why I said everyone else being not Stone and Vanta.
Okay.
Yeah, there are still half a dozen figures. They appear to be unsuited, but they have harpoon guns, and several of them have like clipped to lines along the deck. one of them notices you.
Good.
No way.
The three of you who are keeping a low profile are currently unobserved. The other two, one of these guys turns towards you, and we're now in initiative.
Wait, I think. Okay, I think there was a misunderstanding. I wasn't going near the ship. I was swimming upwards away to look at the surface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They noticed me.
Yeah,
Yes.
they noticed. Yeah.
They notice Stonewalker, and one of them goes and points towards Vanta. No, there's a whole big cloud of muck. They can't see crap.
Sorry, I thought to clarify. It's like, no. Okay, you guys are doing that. I'm going up here in the darkness and looking at the surface because there's gunfire. That's what I'm doing.
Cool. I think with your professional experience and decent eyesight, all things considered, you realize that the crew who went to the surface are being shot from VTOLs.
Got it.
Yeah. Vironz, I'm gonna need a dodge test.
Yay! Let's see if I can actually do that.
Stonewalker has a higher initiative than these guys. So you see
did
them.
roll well.
Yep. You see them see you. And you get to act.
Oh shit, that's stupid. Okay. I am going to cast Element Wall of Ice and make a sphere around them.
Okay.
I'm going to do that at force. How tall do they look?
Well, there's 6 guys.
Oh shit.
You're targeting the one that's seen you because they're spread out across the deck.
Yeah, the one that's seen me.
Cool. Nearest guy, human, good shape, maybe 6'2".
Okay. 6'2", you said?
Yep.
Oh, I will just cast it at force 4 then, because I don't really.
You need to avoid drain right now.
I need to avoid drain, but force 4 will cover the radius and diameter and such. Which, I mean, we're gonna be made at this point. Is everyone okay if I do this?
Might as well.
Okay.
If you don't do this, you will be shot at.
Yeah. I mean, we're essentially made, and I'll communicate that telepathically. I've been seen. Yeah, force 4. 3 hits. I will go into the book specifically to tell you what kind of damage I end up taking as well.
Okay. I am going to give him... He's going to get a dodge, but he's going to get less dodge than he should, because this is an interesting effect. This is a good choice. He's basically going to be dodging an AoE with a penalty for being underwater.
It made me giggle because I just went, oh, it's an ice sphere. They're going to sink and die.
Okay, so he doesn't dodge. However, it may surprise you to learn that ice floats.
Oh, well, yeah, they can float too. But, I mean, it takes them out of the... takes them out for a little bit.
This guy raises his weapon and is suddenly in a ball and floats. You think he's actually pinned to the bottom of it because he's got a cable. He had a cable on his belt that was connected to a cable on the ship. So this ball of ice is now floating about 15 feet off the deck.
Okay.
Probably pulling on his belt pretty hard.
And I am going to have Stag take the train for this one, if there is going to be any.
All right.
I have a question. Are the rest of us in this initiative with our initiatives that we rolled earlier?
Indeed.
Okay, cool. Then I should have been acted earlier.
That is true. I guess he was getting shot at, so I went with the moment.
This is a surprise start kind of thing. There is no drain, so
Very nice.
They suffer a special damage appropriate to the element with drain equal to spell's force.
Again,
so yeah.
He's out of the fight right now, so it's not. Yes, he's freezing, but also he's out.
Okay.
So he's in a hamster ball.
Yep.
All right. Next in the initiative order, we're going to go with Hatter.
So you said that the now 5 other guys are connected to the deck via cables.
It looks like they have linked in so that they can move around and not get thrown off.
Do those cables look like they are more than just like rope? Are they like also like data cables, like allowing them to communicate with each other, or?
I think in this case it's just metal cable.
Okay, so they don't have like a way to like radio others or anything like that necessarily.
Not unless they have a mage.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay sneaky. I'm gonna kind of peer up over the edge of the ship and try to follow along towards the bridge. And I'm looking for a place where I can find a exposed data port to be able to link in to the system of the ship.
Cool. The bridge will have one for sure. If you want to find one here on the deck, make a perception test.
Yes. Okay. While also just staying low and out of sight at the moment.
And then it's going to be Wawahi's turn.
Uh, 4 hits for perception.
Okay. It looks like between the 2 cargo bays, there's a walkway with some supports to keep the other boxes from swaying too much, and in there's an uplink.
Okay. Is that around where the combatants are?
Yeah, right now the ship is the deck has been cleared because all the stuff that was above deck slid off when the ship tilted.
Okay.
So your combatants are kind of arranged around the edge. You would be swimming towards the middle of them. You could cross your fingers that the silt will cover your advance, or you can play it safe.
I'm gonna play it safe, and that's 2 out in the middle, so I'm just gonna continue swimming, hidden by the side of the ship towards the bridge.
Very cool. Wawahi.
All right, just to confirm, the ice-balled fellas, they're completely out of initiative, out of the encounter entirely?
I mean,
one of them.
It was a Force 4 spell. I believe that makes the ice 4 inches thick, right?
The elements, nope.
Theoretically, if he broke out of the ice, he could return to the fight. But, multiple inches thick.
Not exactly priority right now. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, my other question is, so I personally don't have to worry about oxygen in this case. However, pressure is a factor at this depth. Am I going to have issues if I open up my helmet underwater at this depth?
Not issues. I mean, it'll suck, but it won't suck right now.
I can take that. All right. So how quickly can I close in on the nearest guy?
Oh, you can swim right at him. Like I said, they're arranged around the deck. 3 on this side, 3 on the other. You guys ice-balled the one in the middle. So you can go fore or aft.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to go aft. They're going to see the silt part as he's taking off his helmet, and they're going to see his hyena maw open wide as he goes in to bite them.
Hell yeah. Roll an attack.
All right, let's go.
Now, if I recall correctly, you have unarmed combat with a specialization in bite.
I think the specialization is in martial arts in this case.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Yes, hyena style. I forgot.
Would I still be able to include the specialization in this case, or no?
Are you doing underwater judo?
I don't know what your martial art is. So
yeah, what is your martial art?
That's a good question. I actually don't see the specialization for some reason. You know what? That's fine. I will.
If you want to make it biting, I'll allow that.
I'll just make it biting. Why not? That seems like it's a thing. Okay,
it's awesome. So
that is going to be an 8 then. Biting this guy's ass.
36 chambers of biting.
All right, that's 4 hits to bite.
He got 2 on his dodge. What's the damage value? +2.
Damage value +2. I believe in this case, damage is going to be. Here we go. Fangs. Oh wow, that's a lot. That's going to be 4 physical damage, plus the 2 that he didn't manage to soak.
Cool. So 6, and he's going to resist with his body plus armor.
Do your fangs have any AP? Any armor piercing?
Doesn't seem like it.
I would like to point out that hyena jaws can crush wildebeest bone.
I was going to throw that in there.
Out there. Yeah.
That's totally legit. You do get an armful of his like jacket, and you feel like steel plates in your mouth.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna bite the shit out of this guy.
Next in the order, the bad guys. This guy who you just bit is going to pull out a sword and swing it at you. I'd like you to roll reaction plus intuition to try and get out of the way.
Reaction plus intuition can do. Will I have a lower success threshold due to the fact that like I'm pretty much in a grapple with him as I'm like latched onto his shoulder?
I like it. I'm gonna give him a penalty.
Sweet. All right. Reaction plus intuition.
To all the rules lawyers out there, I respect you. I am not you. I'm doing what sounds fun in the moment.
Ooh,
The rules lawyers eat shit.
What do you guys think? Sure, should I edge that? It's 2 hits. I'm not sure I want to get stabbed.
He got 1 to swing at you, so.
I am also wearing armor. You want? No, I'm not gonna spend the edge.
Cool. He tries to reel back and then bring his whole body into the swing and just ends up dragging you out of his way because you're attached to him.
You just see his lower half go flying off as he's attached.
All right. The next one, nearest you guys, is going to raise his harpoon and fire at Stonewalker.
Ah, shit.
I'm going to need your reaction plus intuition.
You got this. I believe in you.
Okay. And let's see. Does my condition monitor condition of -1 come into this? Does my sustain also play into this as well?
Yes, both.
This is gonna be rough, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to roll those?
Yes, please.
This is gonna hurt. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're shot in the side with a harpoon. I'm going to need you to roll body plus armor -2. Unless you don't have any armor, in which case it's just body.
Could I have worn my armor jacket underneath the suit? I know that's weird.
What the suits are for.
Okay, then yeah, no, I have no armor. My body's 1,
All right.
so.
Oh no.
This is gonna hurt. So you just want me to roll the 1 die?
I would like you to roll the 1 die. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on, what?
I gotta check this. I believe. No, hold on. That might be an optional power.
Oh, your spirit is on guard. You want it to intercept?
It's guarding me.
Yeah,
No, the water spirit.
Stag is guarding you. Water is guarding all of us. I gotta find out.
I was gonna say what?
Hold on.
Like, why would you have to guard me?
No, I have one guarding you, and I have the other guarding me. Protect against environmental accidents and hazards, both natural and those included by the accident power, and such preventing some. It can prevent a glitch from occurring,
Cool.
which is what happened.
Well, you got a critical glitch on your soak test of 1 dice being shot by a harpoon.
Yep.
In the moment, I did question your decision not to wear armor. I probably should have.
I'm realizing that now.
Okay. You don't get a critical glitch, which means that as the harpoon skewers through your chest, it does not immediately hit vital organs. You are critically wounded and clinging to consciousness to the point that slight speech is about all you can manage. Because unless I'm mistaken, you have 9 hit points?
Yes, that's all 9.
Yeah.
Through. Okay.
You are down.
Okay.
I don't like people being unconscious because it just takes you out of the action altogether. But you are non-functional.
I will just say to Hatter, mentally say, Hatter, module, now.
All right.
As I squeeze out.
The other 3. One of them. Let's give them a perception test real quick. It's not going to be great.
This is 1.
Cool. The other 3 are facing the opposite direction and looking at the surface. They have no idea what's happening over here. Which means that initiative tracker, thank you. Charlotte,
Yes. So
what would you like to do?
just so I can get a sense of things, there's still like a gunfight between what is presumably Captain Lamprey's people and the sinking ship itself, right? People are still, panicked.
You're on the sinking ship. Captain Lamprey is not here.
Okay.
The ship is fully sunk. You are on the ship. You're fighting a couple security guys that stayed behind. It looks like a bunch of the crew popped flotation and went to the surface, and they're dying.
Got it.
Yeah, the pirates are not in your fight yet.
And am I still
You guys
hidden?
moved fast. Yeah.
Okay. So how many of the enemy guys are as of yet not engaged in active combat?
3. There's 2 who are fighting your guys. 1 just maybe killed Stonewalker, and the other is currently brawling with Wawahi.
Okay. So I will try to shoot one of the distracted guys with my harpoon gun, drop it quickly, and
just to be clear, if that works and he lives, all 3 of those guys will try to kill you. And if it doesn't work and he lives, You're taking this from a 4-on-1 or a 4-on-2 fight to a 4-on-5 fight.
You should only
if you
engage
shoot the guys that aren't paying attention to you, they will start paying attention to you.
Only shoot the people that are paying attention to you. Please.
Okay, fine. Then the guy who
Sadly,
just...
sneak attack damage is not that good.
Yes. All right. In that case, I use my harpoon gun to shoot at the guy who just shot Stonewalker and enter the fight formally by drawing my own sword and attacking the guy who's attacking that same guy.
Okay. So a sword is a full turn attack. So you can either fire with the harpoon or the sword.
Fine, I'll use the harpoon.
Okay. Go ahead and roll agility plus long arms.
Got it.
I will make his dodge test.
Long arm 9.
Would you like to use a point of edge to re-roll those misses?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, you get 3. He also gets 3. Your harpoon flies out of the darkness and clips the side of his arm. You see a little blood, but it's not enough to really slow him down.
And I suppose is that my stealth gone as well, or is that... Okay.
They are now aware that you exist.
Those two are.
You can still take another action since firing a ranged weapon is a simple action. Drawing the sword, for example.
All right, I'll draw my sword and get into a fencing stance.
Cool. Hard to do underwater, but your best approximation.
Yes.
All right, then Vanta Black.
So it's been about 6 seconds that I swam away.
Mm-hmm.
Just grunts of pain and surprise and Wawahi growling.
We're also all on mind together. So you got like
you do understand that I am down. You do know that I am down.
No, I'm fully aware of all of that. Okay. But it's like, all right, I'm gonna go up here in like 6 seconds.
Yep.
He turns around.
Your predictions about this going sideways are beginning to come true.
Yeah. We're gonna sneak on the ship. All right. How far away are they from me if I like just swam like 50 feet up?
You can clear the side of the boat and have line of sight on the bad guys if you want.
Okay. God damn it. Okay. Could be going to an amusement park with my kids. Is all you hear him say mentally. Which
some of you know Vanta has kids now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hatter's the only one who knew. Yeah, he'll just come up over the side. Oh no, that's bad. He'll take aim at the one that shot Stonewalker.
Cool. His dodge is reduced because he's been shot at already.
Got it. Here's an odd question, GM. What if?
Yes.
Because I actually haven't tried to do this yet. Can you negotiate for more dice like you can in other games?
What are you thinking?
Well, this is what he does. He has a clear shot at someone underwater with a rifle who isn't fully aware that he's there until he comes up over the edge. Can I just like quick shot and just aim directly at his torso, aiming for his lungs.
I mean, you
Or
could do a called shot, but those tend to reduce damage for other effects.
Okay. Then I'll just roll my 10 dice.
You being a skilled badass is having a bigger dice pool.
I'll keep the 4.
Okay. 2 net successes. What's your weapons damage plus? Did I give you guys stats for the weapons?
No, you did not.
Gosh darn it. A harpoon gun has a damage value of 8, 2 armor piercing, and a max accuracy of 5. Post that in general chat.
So do I roll like 10 dice, 8 dice? How does that work?
You do not roll dice. You take the damage value and add your net hits, and then I roll his armor plus body against that damage and armor piercing.
Okay.
Also, Vanta, in the future, you could, because it takes just a simple action to aim. If you want to like try to get a little extra dice, you can use your other simple action to aim to give you 1 extra die.
I'm learning how to play, Kay.
Hey,
I'm learning how to play.
No
the game,
time like
guys.
the present.
Right.
All right, so he gets-
I'm gonna aim and that doesn't matter. What does he get?
Yeah, you know
4.
what? Add 2 dice.
No.
This is important.
Get
Because if you
him.
guys die here, it's going to be a really short campaign.
All right, that's 5.
Cool. So he takes... Bot channel, thank you. He soaks 4 out of your 12. Out of your 13.
13, because he got an extra hit there.
Homeboy is down. You
vengeance.
line up on this guy, shoot him. You see it hit him. It hits him in an armored jacket for sure. But you hit him from a good range and apparently something important, because you see him just go slack and start to like drift back and fully drop his weapon. He's out.
Nice.
I know where the pancreas is. Got shots underwater, terrible thing. Where's Stonewalker in this situation?
Stonewalker's floating maybe 20 feet from you, just spraying red into the water.
Hatter said
Right.
it that way.
Hatter, keep doing what you're doing. I got him. We need to find out what this fucking thing is first.
All right.
I'll head towards Stonewalker. Gun trained on the other 3.
Cool.
Only one that's still awake that knows of us. The other 3 are unaware still.
We have a giant growling hyena.
Yeah.
Sound does not carry underwater.
Well, it
Very
does, but
Yeah.
it depends
I'm
on
not
if they have a problem.
For the moment, the other 3 are not paying attention to you guys.
Yeah, that's why he's just training it on them. He's not going to do anything. But while he's going, I mean, you know. And what a lovely day. You guys hear that?
Let's see. Who am I going to have roll this?
The
You're
dead
clearly
person?
engaged. You're actually, yeah. You know what? That's good because everyone else is focused on the combat. So I'm going to have you roll perception plus intuition.
Oh shit. Okay. Don't suppose I could have one of the spirits do that.
Nope. They are
with
occupied.
all my with all the conditions and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You said perception, intuition. Ugh, okay. Okay. Let's see. 4, 2. Oh, lovely. It's another 1 die roll, everybody.
You got this. I know you do. I believe in you. I believe in your dice.
Don't suppose I could talk my way into Ace on sickness, could I? Yeah.
A sensing is just for magical examination.
Not a glitch. We're okay.
Hey.
All right. You're kind of observing the deck. Things are starting to matter less, you realize. You're like, oh man, there might be a hole in me, and I'm not sure it's a super big concern, but it looks weird.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Hatter.
Okay. I see Vanta heading towards Stonewalker. I think in my head, you better not fucking die on me.
I'm trying.
And send to Vanta. You make sure you get them in the mod. Wait. No. Vanta is the only shot we have of surviving these security guards. I'm gonna turn around and I swim to Stonewalker to grab their body and book it down to the land shark.
Okay.
I'm moving.
Full action to return to the land shark.
Yes. To get them into the Valkyrie module.
All right. That'll be your full turn reaching the land shark.
Mm-hmm. I still have another two actions actually after this during this 6 seconds. I rolled very well on my initiative.
Yeah, you're moving fast. Cool. Then this would be Stonewalker, but you are drifting in and out. Good news is there's
button, but I can't.
Yeah. There's somebody pulling you along, dragging you back towards the land shark. It's all very dreamy.
Yeah, it's very strange. I'm just thinking I probably should have smoked some psych or ate some psych before I did this. That's where my thoughts are at the moment.
You forgot to do drugs.
I forgot to do drugs.
Happens to everybody.
Everyone knows that winners take drugs, always.
Exactly.
The requiem for a dream as you're just like, wow, it's nice down here.
This is a message brought to you by HHS.
I should have had drugs. Real winners have drugs.
I'm somebody who speaks on behalf of the company.
Well, our reputation is
okay.
Do drugs.
Wawahi, it's your turn.
Okay, so I felt that I couldn't get any purchase with my teeth through their armor jacket, right? Was that what basically happened?
Yeah, it's...
Okay. Could I instead try to use my martial arts and rather than just try and, bash them in, which just seems really ineffective, try and break their joints, essentially?
You want to try and disable them? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple moves you can do here. My personal favorite is the shin kick. If you mess up someone's shins, they can't take complex actions, which include melee attacks.
Does that apply underwater?
It's cool, so yeah.
Excellent. Those are the words that I wanted to hear.
A reasonable question. A reasonable question, but
fuck your logic, dude. It's like
Okay. All right.
This is a sci-fi setting.
Cool.
Where does logic exist?
Okay, and that'll be without my bite in this case.
I mean, you can try to bite his shins, I guess.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Flip him over, get rotated, idiot. Just starting on the shit out of his shins.
Cool.
All right, here we go.
It's half him and it's half you. You're now at a 90-degree angle to the seafloor.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go.
That's the sort of thing you can do underwater.
Reject reality?
Yeah, actually.
Absolutely.
Flip people over and, fight in three dimensions.
And that's another 4 hits.
You get 3 net successes, and he got a glitch. Oh. So he's going to get half his armor value to resist this damage.
Those are the words that I like to hear.
Yeah. He has how much health? Let me see. Let me know. Math. Boom. What's your total damage? It's your strength plus 3.
Sorry, what now? Strength is 3. And I am working with the damage rating of 4.
Cool. Plus your net hits goes up to 7. You soaks 5, so that's 2. So for the next 2 combat turns, he will not be able to perform melee attacks or other complex actions.
Hell yeah. That gives me more opportunities to bite the shit out of him.
As he is in substantial pain.
Excellent. That was a good turn.
That was a pretty good one. Next in the order, the bad guys get to go. This guy is going to try to bring his harpoon gun around and shoot you instead of swinging his sword. Go ahead and roll a dodge. There is, I believe, a melee penalty.
Who's getting shot in this case?
You are, Wawahi.
Oh, okay. Good thing I was semi-paying attention there. Okay, so I'm rolling intuition and reaction.
Yep.
Okay. Can do. All right.
It's so brutal. Who's getting shot? You. Oh.
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 Hey. That is 5 hits.
Yeah, you see it coming a mile away and do a full, you actually put your foot on the deck and judo spin this guy. So his shot goes so wide. You can hit Bermuda with that thing.
Fucking cartwheeling with the other guy's feet after biting his shins.
Kind of 2 fights happening here with a very different tone. All right. The other Marines critically glitched their last perception test, so I'm not going to give them one this turn. They'll get one next turn. Because when you critically glitch, it's bad.
That's why I'm thankful I had the guard up.
Next in the initiative is Charlotte.
Yes. So
the only active hostile to you guys right now is currently doing full underwater cartwheels with Wawahi attached to his leg. If you wish to go over there and shoot him, you may.
Well, that'll take time to reload. Could I just swim over and, skewer him through the back, or try to, finish
Absolutely,
the job?
Yeah, make a melee attack roll.
Okay. Should I roll
agility plus swords plus your specialization?
Okay, so my blades is 13, so
that would be that plus your specialization, I believe. So 15 dice.
Okay, so 15.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Dicebot.
We believe in you.
Dicebot, do better.
Yeah, well, no.
So that's his defense test. It's 3 hits.
Try rolling again, Jazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
No, I'm gonna use my edge. Or should I? Yeah.
No,
If you use your edge now, you will 7
Okay.
hits. Right on. What's your strength plus your weapon's damage and your weapon's armor penetration?
Okay, my strength is 4.
Sweet.
My weapons damage is 6 points. And armor penetration is -3.
Cool. So I'm believing the 6 is the 4 plus the 2 for the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Plus your net hits does bring it up to 10 damage and -3 armor piercing. So he's going to roll his soak. 13 dice. He's going to get 7 hits. So you run up or swim up, stab this guy. It's hard to get as much leverage as you're used to get through the armor because you guys are underwater. But you see him like recoil and you have hurt him. You have not killed him. Right on. Vanta Black.
Well,
Take the shot.
whatever shot I may have had is currently being skewered and manhandled by a giant hyena.
It's all good.
And the other 2 are doing triage. So I have to find this fucking box.
Right.
Why we're here.
Leaving the princess and the puppy to handle that problem.
Princess and the Puppy new on Disney Plus.
I'm scared to joke about that because they're also they're also a very litigious company.
Coming this fall to Horizon.
Oh my
god.
New on Tubi. So
you want to head down and look for this box?
Yeah, using the schematics that I memorized.
Cool. Give you an advantage.
Is there a spot that just didn't add up on that layout? This is a ghost ship.
You thinking there's a smuggling compartment?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, when you go below decks, are you going to do so stealthily and carefully?
Yes.
Cool.
Also, I realized so many things about my abilities, and I was like underrolling my stealth by a lot. So I'm going to be fixing that.
All right.
I know how to play this game. I swear to God, I do.
Go ahead and roll a stealth, and then roll perception plus intuition. I'm going to give you an additional 2 for the map. And yeah.
8 hits on stealth, perception. Do is 11, 3, 8 and 7. I also have traceless walk, so anyone trying to see me or hear me gets a -2 or -4 depending.
Cool. So not only do you slip into the shadows as if you are a shadow yourself, as you descend through the ship, you don't make ripples. Things that should like move and be stirred by your presence just aren't. It would be unnerving to anyone who saw you, except that nobody does.
Putting on a show down here.
Cool.
Yeah.
You begin to head down into the bowels of the ship. Pretty quickly, it becomes obvious most of these are large, like shipping containers. What you're looking for is smaller, so it's in a separate area, fore or aft.
Where's the bridge? Aft?
Aft, yeah.
Bridge first. Aft first.
Cool. You begin to head towards the back of the ship. You note maybe another half dozen figures with harpoons and no need for swimsuits heading towards the top. More security going to the deck. Do you tell your allies?
Everyone get, mentally, everyone get in the land shark now, or you're about to get overwhelmed. But he will let the security pass.
Cool. All right. You guys receive that ominous warning, and if you want maybe a visual of those guys headed up, you can transmit images.
Yes, you can.
All right. Then, he will get that over his image link.
No, in your brain. mind link.
My net.
That's right. That's right.
These images are in your brain, not in your eyes.
Yeah, you guys are aware of more people headed your way. I'm gonna have, in this case, you guys are focused on combat. Vanta's still the one paying the most attention to what's going on around him. And on that 7, I think as you look up to watch the security try to negotiate through the passages onto the deck, you see the pirates descending through the water.
Get on. I don't care who you're fighting. Get on the land shark right now. They're coming.
It's about 20 pirates, led by a guy who is descending much faster because he's clearly a troll in like heavy ass dive armor. He is, twice the size of most of you.
Right. Wawahi, get them out of
Big
here.
old axe.
Wawahi, get them out of here now.
All right, crew, let's pack it in.
All right. Back at the top, Hatter.
Stonewalker's secure.
Stonewalker is secure in the Valkyrie module.
Okay, I drop back through the moon pool, and I am gonna stealthily swim towards the bridge. Still gonna try to plug in and find out what we can. So, I need to get a location of our target.
For sure. Yeah. You can spend your whole turn moving most of the way to the bridge.
Stand low and slow. Low and
Cool. Do give me a stealth roll.
another one.
Yeah. Next up would be Stonewalker. I believe you are returned to consciousness.
Conscious, but still down.
Yeah, you get a little bit of a jolt. You feel mostly numb because you've been given some serious pain meds, pretty loopy, and you watch a saw blade just take off the end of that harpoon.
Jeez. Anyway,
surgery, man. Sometimes you gotta do surgery.
Yeah. Let me know when it is the water spirit's turn in initiative.
I was going to have them act on your initiative, and now that you're conscious again, you can give them specific directives.
Stop, guard, conceal friends.
Okay.
Concealment, so it doesn't subtracts a number of dice equal to the critter's magic. So for the water, I believe it's 6. So subtract 6 dice for perception tests for
anyone that's looking at
else.
For them. Yeah.
And I got 3 on my sneak, so that'll plus the
awesome.
Now as I move towards the bridge.
All right.
I have a minus 10 on me right now. Oh
yes.
Yeah,
God.
Here's the thing. Magical sight is good at seeing invisibility because it's a spell. It glows. You're not doing that. You're better than invisible right now.
I also have cloak.
Yeah.
I've just made you the most stealthy motherfucker alive.
Oh, this is disgusting. Anyway, I'm not even a dice whore, but this is awesome.
All right. Next in initiative is Wawahi.
All right. I'm going to do something called a pro gamer move. So since this guy is basically shithoused and paralyzed, he is going to wrench him up 90-degree angle. He's going to put both of his feet to this guy's upper torso. He's going to kick off of him and try and dive back for cover, essentially, and try and get out of sight.
Awesome. I love it. Go ahead and make an unarmed attack roll.
Aren't I still behind him?
In this case, yeah.
Is my sword still stuck in him?
It wasn't
Are you
stuck
going
in.
to
It
launch me
bounced
with
off
him?
No, I don't think. You know what? We'll see.
Oh no.
Physics,
Let's play it by ear.
physics aren't real.
Go ahead and make the unarmed strike. Because
Pro gamer
Alright,
strats.
this will be with the 6 since I'm not biting. Okay, I got 2 hits.
cool. He's going to try to avoid the damage. He does not. He completely, whether he's injured and stunned or just flummoxed by your maneuver. What's your strength? You're 4?
I am rocking a 3 for strength.
Okay. So he's going to try to soak 5 with 16.
Yeah. Most of my dice is in body. I have 6 body.
Oh, okay, God.
Yeah.
I was just like, how are you so like sure?
Body, but he ain't that strong.
Charlotte's the
You
strongest.
think he's not strong, yeah. That's
Very true. Very true.
Cool.
Thickest pirate alive.
The impact doesn't appear to injure him, but it does propel you backwards. And if you want to make a sneak test to like go over the side and conceal your existence,
Oh boy.
go for it. I'll also say in this case, because I'm feeling generous, that the water spirit is smart enough to hold concealment until you guys are out, until you've had an opportunity to leave combat.
Yeah, sneaking. Wow.
That's agility -1.
I believe
Okay.
in you. I believe in you.
I don't.
So, well, okay. Real supportive.
Devil
Yeah,
and Angel on the
everything-
shoulders. They're both here.
It's everything I've done for this crew. Okay, I got a
Okay.
hit.
Yeah, you got 1. Excellent.
So proud.
And then it's the bad guys.
Which
6
group
more
of
Marines.
bad guys?
Both. They rolled the
Okay.
same initiative.
That's not good.
Yeah. So 6 more of them come up from
what is-
below
what is-
decks.
What was their initiative?
15.
They shouldn't have a turn this turn because this is the third round of the first round, or the third pass of the third round.
You
Because
have a
I
point,
rolled over,
but then
I
neither
rolled over-
would Wawahi.
Yeah, but I rolled over 20. That's
I'm gonna give everybody one more pass, and then you're gonna get an extra one.
Okay.
Just because otherwise we'd have to undo some stuff.
no, that's fair. I was
You're still good.
trying to save them.
Fair. These Marines have
Thank
a
you.
bigger target, though. As they swim through, they all begin aiming their weapons up and firing at the descending pirates.
That's very fair.
The 3 on the far side of the ship also begin firing up at the descending pirates. The one still bruised and pretty pissed off. He can't swing with his sword. He has discharged his harpoon gun, so he attempts to swim away from Charlotte, kicking with one leg because the other one is real messed up. What brings us to Charlotte?
So I assume that he doesn't like my sword isn't like stuck in him, and I can just put it away and
No.
start swimming back, right?
Yeah, your sword is not stuck in him. You didn't get through his armor. You just kind of punched it real hard.
Awesome. So I can put it away and start swimming back.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
All right. And stealth for me would be agility -2, right?
-1.
-1.
Wait, I have an idea. Can I say that I gave Charlotte sneak training one day and said, think like a cat, just to get bonus dice? Think like a cat.
If Charlotte wants to spend karma to buy the sneak skill right now,
How much karma would that?
You get 1 point of sneak. Your first point of sneak, it costs 2 karma.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that. And thank you so much. Thank you so much.
retroactively, Vanta was
Vanta?
feeling charitable.
How do you sneak away like that? I pretend I'm a cat, and he just walked away.
We did spend a couple days like traveling here. It only takes a day to learn the first point of a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so sneak 1.
So that's
took a
your
workshop
agility plus your
class.
1.
All right, so that is
Enter cat. I don't know.
yes. Cats were once considered the royal animal of Egypt.
What have I done?
Made everything worse, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So 7.
Cool. Did you roll the 7 dice?
Yes, I did.
2 hits.
Okay.
Okay. You drop below the side as well. Last in this turn order is Vanta.
So with the 7 and my knowledge of the layout, was I able to kind of ascertain or some shit like where it could be?
Yeah. Odds are it's in a smaller storage area back towards the crew quarters.
Mhm.
You head in there. You see a couple more people like in full diving gear. Looks like they're crew. They sort of come out and swim. They're like gesticulating to each other. You just go around them. There are a pair of like locked safety crate areas, like steel fence basically, so you can see what's in there.
Mhm.
And you'd need to check the barcode, but that looks like your box.
Can I see the barcode, see the bars?
Yes.
Do you want me to roll a perception check on that, or is it the right barcode?
Yes, sure. That's the right barcode. You have found the box in the back of the ship. It's still behind a locked door and steel bars, but
Is it a keypad? What is it?
keypad, yeah.
Okay. So I do have a sequencer on me, rating 6. Try to break that keypad.
I don't want to be an asshole, but is it waterproof?
How much more would it cost me to make it waterproof?
It's
Like-
good. Just wrap it in a plastic baggie.
1,500-ish.
Actually, yeah.
Just in a
Hatter,
plastic bag?
Hatter, if I put this in a plastic bag and zipped it before putting it in my wetsuit, would that work underwater?
No.
Retroactively, if this had come up and we realized I will have contributed to spending money on this.
Okay, but
Cool.
you get one piece of equipment that's environmentally protected. Would it have been the sequencer?
I mean, yeah, unless I can bust the lock open.
We didn't know what kind of security we were dealing for the door.
Yeah, I mean, I have lock picks, so I mean that's pretty waterproof.
Could Charlotte have done it as like an eccentric, way of spending money and saying thank you?
I already said I was going to pay for it. You don't
Terrible,
have to worry
but in
about
this case, sure, you have the sequencer.
Well, if nothing
It's
else,
in
I'm about to be at the bridge and I can just unlock it from the bridge.
Also possible.
I mean, they just gave me that money, so I'll try the sequencer, and if that doesn't work, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
What'd she say,
as you-
1,500?
As you sit down to begin
Don't
sequencing,
worry,
yes,
Charlotte's got it.
1,500. Yeah. Hatter.
Okay.
Do
So-
give me a lockpicking roll or a electronics roll for that sequencer, but you proceed towards the bridge. I'm gonna roll a quick perception test for the bad guys.
Okay.
How many hits did you get on sneaking?
3. And they have a -6 to their.
Indeed, they do. All right, their intuition plus their skill -6. All right, They do not see you.
Okay. I'm gonna slide into the. Is there anybody on the bridge still?
High or low?
Low. Low is good for me. I'm gonna say low.
Okay. On a 1 on the dice, the bridge is abandoned.
Then I will still stay low. I'm not gonna like be above the like bridge line, but find a port underneath and have a cable coming out of like the wrist in my suit and plug in. And do I have to like, because I'm plugging directly in, do I have to bypass their security?
You don't have a password, so you can't gain direct access, but
Okay.
you do have access to a physical device, so you're rolling against like the device of 2.
Yeah,
I'm hand waving that.
I want to crack the password really quick. I will just drop into hot sim, like floating in the water if I'm
Cool.
hidden away.
The last thing you see before you shift your consciousness into the machine is 20 people and a really big dude with an axe fall past the windows of the bridge onto the deck.
Cool. Going in the hot sim, crack through the password really quick. I have 2 things I want to do. One, Vanta, I want to unlock the cage for Vanta down there.
Cool. Vanta, you've never cracked a lock so fast in your whole goddamn life. You're on
Well, no,
fire today.
I actually rolled the encryption thing, but it also has a rating at 6, so I don't actually know how that works. I've been waiting to ask about it. I don't know if that makes it better.
You'd roll like your logic plus lockpicking plus 6.
Oh, plus 6. I'll roll the other 6. 1 second. Logic plus lockpicking? Not in electronic warfare? Or I don't actually know
I
that
think
it
it's
works.
actually supposed to be hardware.
Yeah,
It's an electronic device.
Sequencers are made so that the sequencer rating is its rating, and so it usually does it on its own. So it's 6 plus. It rolls its rating times 2. Normally, it's not
So
something.
we-
All right, I don't know what I was thinking of, but roll 12.
Yeah.
The sequencers are like their own. Like they just are a little computer that brute forces the numbers.
5 hit.
Sweet. 5 hits. Hatter, you jack in. You're on mentally with Vanta. You
Already.
send your consciousness in a split second to open the lock, and then click. Your hand is hovering over it, and it's already open.
Cool. Then I will use that action instead. I have something fun. The big crates that are still being like strapped down to the deck of the ship. We don't need those. So can I release the safety on them so that they start floating up towards the pirates and the crew and everybody?
The ship is leaning over. A lot of those are. Some of them already went over the side, but a lot of them are still secured.
And they probably still have a bunch of air in them, so they're gonna go up.
At least one of them is, because it's attached to a guy that's in a ball of ice.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Worst case scenario, you make the battlefield more dangerous. Best case scenario, you make it way more dangerous.
Yeah, and that's not our way out. Our way out is over the side and okay. So we don't have to go up. Pirates have to go up. Crew has to go up.
A bunch of tie downs just click off, and suddenly crates start shifting and floating, and the ship starts to lean a little more, and a few drift upwards, and that's going to get interesting.
And then
We
I
don't have to
will,
worry about that.
then I will plug out and say, Vanta, it's open, and head out.
I know, you're not the only one who can hack a freaking box. Puts the sequencer away.
So salty
All right.
about it.
He did do it.
We're
Come
almost out of
on.
time,
Yeah.
so for speed's sake, we're going to keep the same initiative rolls.
Yeah.
Hatter, you start heading out.
Well, I communicating with Vanta. Does he need a second person to?
Oh yeah, you're gonna need to.
I have
Stag
Stag with me.
Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say Stag's with you. The water spirit, I will actually have manifest and help carry out.
Nah, keep the water.
Cool.
Keep the water spirit concealing us, and have Stag help.
Stag can't manifest underwater because he'll die.
Oh, that's
He's a stag.
Sadly.
I will have the water spirit pick up the crate and move. The only person
It can
the only
do
people,
both. If it gets broken, you guys are in trouble.
Yeah, the only and it'll break when it's delivered the crate to us, and that's it. And then all we have to do is drive away.
Cool.
Yay!
Yeah, Hatter, is there anything else you're doing other than GTFO?
Just getting out. And if they have the crate covered and are on their way out, I will rendezvous with Vanta to make sure to cover our escape, and meet Charlotte and Wawahi back at the Land Shark.
Okay. Stonewalker, you give your spirit the directive.
And if it helps, I will use the binding action, so it's doing most of the lifting where Vanta can just focus on escaping.
Cool.
How heavy is the box, by the way?
It's heavy enough that it required two of you, or in this case, the spirit.
Okay. Yeah, if
I'm
it's
bad at
over
judging weight, so I'm not going to just eyeball it, but you can.
if it's over 200 pounds, the spirit is gonna need help. Otherwise, it's good.
Okay. Let's see. Wawahi.
Yeah, making the pirate's classic escape, flourishing out of that dive back. He is just going to kind of start swimming back towards the land shark.
Right on. The fight on deck continues to rage. Several bodies begin to drift upwards with harpoons in them. Charlotte.
Yeah, I also do the same thing as Wawahi. I, swim as fast and as far as I can.
Okay. Vanta. Vanta.
Can you disconnect from the mind thing if you're on free will?
Rules is written no unless I drop it. I would also
I think you can roll, or yeah, probably.
If you don't consent anymore, then yeah, I would say you stop. It's a consent based thing.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't want them to know this thought process right now, so he's gonna pop out of that and just speed run his way to the land shark as quick as he can.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get to see the battlefield up close because you've got to come up through the ship. You see pirates and these guards, sword to sword, grabbing each other, shooting at each other. The big guy with the axe just cutting a dude in half. You've been in fights before. You've been in gunfights before. Something about the fact that it's all underwater and none of the blood falls down makes it gnarlier. I think you also note the first shark.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that.
Yeah.
A lot of chum in this water.
Yeah.
Hey.
Give me one more stealth check to make it through the fight unnoticed.
You got it.
They're still at a -10, so only one of them gets any dice, but...
You know what? It's the end of the session. I'm just gonna
edge that.
Sure.
For shits and fucking giggles.
Go off.
9.
All of the shits.
All the shits and giggles.
Cool. Captain Lamprey with 2 hits does not see you.
Nice.
That goes over the side, does like the over the edge, and just like disappears.
What she might see is the spirit carrying the box.
Yeah.
It's got a concealment on it. I'm gonna have it roll stealth.
Fun. I'm glad I pulled up the sheet for the water spirit, so I actually can figure that out. They have agility of 7. Let's see if they actually have it as a skill. They do not, so it's at -1. So it is 6 dice.
Looking for 2 hits or better.
It has its own edge. Surprisingly enough. There we go.
Rolls for 3. All right. The spirit sees Vanta go over the side gracefully and just decides to copy the maneuver. Oh, I should do a spin. And for whatever reason, that helps.
It's a very pretty, very fluid, because it's water, spin.
All right. The pirates continue to do battle. You guys make it back to the land shark. The spirit and Vanta are the last ones. Wawahi, the land shark begins to alert you to incoming. Again.
Uh-oh. Towards us?
Towards the ship. There are 8 objects descending in a straight line. They are exceeding the speed of a torpedo by a significant amount. In fact, you would conclude that they're probably moving at like terminal velocity, which is impossible underwater.
That's a problem. Okay, he's gonna jump into the land shark and get this ship moving into 5th gear.
Cool.
He is killing the fuck out of there.
Yeah, make one last pilot roll to GTFO.
Right. Here, that is.
And I think that those of you who are like looking out the window can kind of see them. These appear to be 8 armored figures who are creating air bubbles around themselves so that they just fall at normal speed. They're leaving trails of air and slow as they near the deck.
Okay, 5 hits.
5 hits, cool. Yeah, you slam this thing into high gear. You pick up some more dust and silt, but who cares? You go. You tear out.
Yeah.
As we are tearing out, I have one last question as we bring the box aboard. I want to check it for any signals, any tracers, like anything that is sending any sort of like...
we'll bring that up at the beginning of the next session.
Okay.
For now, you guys, the sun is finally setting. It's getting dark. Whatever is happening on that ship is no longer your problem as you speed off into the depths. Thank you all for listening with us. Hope you have a wonderful week. See you next time.
Bye.